Hey guys, this is Austin, and today I'm here with Ask Me, where I go over all kinds of questions straight from you guys. So let's jump right on in. Should I buy a PS4 or gaming PC for $100 more? That's a tough one. So on one hand you have the PlayStation 4, which is essentially a $400 mid-range gaming PC in a tiny little case. And on the other hand, you could just go and buy yourself a normal gaming PC, which is going to be bigger, it's going to be more expensive to get the same level of graphics, but you're also going to be able to do more on it, such as play games on Steam, actually use it as a normal PC, do modding, all that kind of stuff. So it kind of boils down to exactly how you want to game. Do you want something that's going to be simpler, going to be cheaper, and that you can just stick underneath your TV and forget about? Or do you want a full-on gaming PC, which is going to allow you to customize, to play around with it, and to use it as an actual full gaming computer? So it really kind of comes down to how you want to use it. Will social networking die? Considering you asked this question on Facebook, probably no time soon. What are your favorite games for next gen? I've only got the PS4 right now, and in fact I actually just did a video talking about some of the games on there. But probably some of my favorites absolutely have to be Resogun, which I know it doesn't seem like anything all that special, but it is actually one of the most fun, twin-stick shooters that I've played in a long time. Battlefield 4 is really good when it works, which it doesn't always, although they've got some patches coming for that soon. And surprisingly, Need for Speed Rivals is actually a really fun racing game. Not quite my normal style. I kind of prefer like the Forzas and the Gran Turismos of the world, but Need for Speed is a pretty fun game as well. And of course, lots of cool Xbox One games will be coming out, and I'll be taking a look at those here in the next couple days. How do you always get, "Hey guys, this is Austin," to sound exactly the same in every video? I've said it a lot of times over the last 4.5 years. So it's just pretty much at the beginning of every video, and most of the times I have to do that same take a couple times because I mess something up. So yeah, it's pretty much just been, I just say it so often that at any time I can just say, "Hey guys, this is Austin." Is there any point in getting both next-gen consoles? Do you have to get both? Nah, but there are definitely reasons why you might want to. So first of all, there are exclusives. So if you want to play Halo, for example, you pretty much have to get an Xbox. If you want to play Uncharted, you're pretty much going to have to buy a PlayStation 4. Same thing goes for your friends. So do a lot of your friends have an Xbox? Do a lot of them have a PlayStation? Well, it might make sense for you to go ahead and pick up whichever one or both of those consoles so you can play with them. So there are definitely reasons that you might want to get both consoles, although it's probably not going to be a necessity, especially once they kind of start coming down in price, though it might make sense. With the 770 and 780 price drop, the 780 Ti out now, and nifty things like G-Sync and Shadowplay, what do you think? Nvidia definitely has some good stuff coming. So I'm probably most excited for G-Sync, as this allows the monitor to actually change the refresh rate depending on how many frames per second you're getting in a game. So instead of having to use something like V-Sync or just dealing with tearing and just weirdness, instead it makes everything look much smoother, much more natural. I'm excited to see that. Obviously some of their graphics cards, especially some of the price cuts, are definitely nice, although I think AMD is definitely pushing them hard on that side. The AMD R9 290 is a ridiculously powerful graphics card. It's fairly loud, fairly hot, but as far as pure performance goes, it's really going to be hard to beat. And I am also interested on the AMD side to check out Mantle. I've actually been able to talk to quite a few people from AMD, as well as some various different game developers, and I'm really interested to see how Mantle kind of plays out. So lots of good stuff actually on both the red and green side of the fence. Would you buy a Windows tablet? I actually already have. It's the Asus Transformer Book T100, and I will be doing a video on this before too much longer. But it's not quite so much a standard kind of iPad or Android tablet. It's more of like a standard Windows PC kind of crammed into a tablet form factor. And it also does come with a keyboard dock, which is pretty cool. I like it. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but for certain people it could be absolutely fantastic. And of course, like I said, I should be doing a video on this before too much longer. What are your views on the new curved display smartphones? Are they worth the high price? Right now, not so much. I mean, there's the LG G Flex as well as the Samsung Galaxy Round, and it's kind of cool to see these companies experimenting and trying new things. I'm always for that, but I don't really think that either of these phones have nailed it. Now, what is kind of interesting to me is something that Samsung showed off earlier this year, in that using basically from the front it looks like a pretty much normal smartphone, but actually has the display kind of taper around the edge. So you can maybe see some notifications or whatever's going on the phone just from the side as opposed to having to light up the entire screen. So stuff like that I think could be very interesting, but the current kind of curved smartphones really don't do it for me. Will you ever start vlogging, and at how many subscribers did you consider yourself successful? I've thought about vlogging, but I don't really think it would be all that interesting. Now, as far as how many subscribers I got when I considered myself successful, probably about 100 or so. When I first got started, I started having just a few people watching my videos. It was awesome. But one thing about me is I've always tried to kind of set the bar higher. So a while back it was, if I could get 1,000 views on every video, that would be the greatest thing ever. And then it was 2,000, then it was 5,000. I mean, even now, today, when I'm getting 30, 40, 50,000 views pretty consistently, I've always got to step it up. If a video doesn't get 60,000, I will be upset, or 80,000, or 100,000. Whatever it is, there's always got to be a higher goal to hit. Otherwise, I just kind of feel like I'm stagnant and not going anywhere. That's not something that I can deal with at all. So, I don't know, probably when I hit 100 subscribers, that would be when I kind of consider myself to be popular. Anyway, that's going to be about it for this one. If you guys have any questions that you want me to answer next time on Ask Me, feel free to drop me a line over on Twitter, Facebook, or Google+, and of course those links will be in the description of this video. Anyway guys, I will catch you next time. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. Yeah. Ever picked up a girl for being a big YouTuber? Wait, you can do that? I'll see you guys later.